Hey fourth graders, welcome back. Tuesday, April 21st. We're going to finish the lesson from yesterday. We're going to finish cracking the code. This is page 271 in your math journal. We did 270 yesterday. These are kind of, like I said, using everything that we've learned about math to do or to solve problems. So, taking a look at this. Again, 271, you're going to need your math journal, page 271, scratch paper and a pencil. It said, at the last high school basketball game, many of the students sold concessions to raise money for charity. One concession stand sold 157 trays of nachos at $4 each, and another sold 209 bags of popcorn at $3 each. Which concession stand item made more money? So the first thing that we need to do is take a look that we have 157 nacho trays, those are $4, 209 bags of popcorn, those are $3. So what we're going to do is take those numbers and multiply those together. 157 times 4 and 209 times 3. So what you should do right now is take the time to multiply those. Pause me. 4 times 100, 4 times 50, 4 times 7, add those up. 3 times 200, 3 times 9, you don't have to do the 0 because anything times 0 is 0. Add those up. Just solve those first, then we'll come back and talk. Okay? If you haven't solved them yet, make sure you pause me because I'm going to start solving them. So, I start and I go 4 times 100. There's going to be 2 zeros because 100 has 2 zeros. And then 4 times 1 is 4. Now I'm doing 4 times 50. 50 has 1 0. 4 times 5 is 20. And 4 times 7 is 28. Add those up. You get 8, a 2 in my tens place, and a 6 in my hundreds place. 628. So now over here, I have 3 times 200. Again, I'm going to have 2 zeros from the 200. 3 times 2 is 6. I don't have to do 3 times 0 because that's just going to be 0. And 3 times 9 is 27. 627. Okay, so they want to know which concession stand item made more money. Well, the blue was our nachos. The red was our popcorn. So when I look, it looks to me that nachos made more money, $628 to $627. How much more? This is one I don't even think you really need to line up and do anything with. How much more is $628 and $627? $1 more. So your answer for number 5 should have been $1. That was kind of an easy one to get us going. Nothing too hard there. Taking a look at number 6. In April, some astronomy experts from the local science museum visited the school and offered to show interested students the constellations inside their special star globe. The globe could hold 8 students at a time. There were 12 kindergartners, 17 first graders, 25 second graders, 28 third graders, 23 fourth graders, and 39 fifth graders lined up to go into the globe. How many groups of students went into the globe? Okay, so there's 2 parts here. The first thing is we have all these students from all the different grades that wanted to go. You need to figure out how many total students wanted to go inside the special star globe. So go ahead and figure out how many kindergartners, first graders, second graders, third graders, fourth graders, fifth graders combined wanted to be in that. Pause me, and then when you're ready, hit play and you can see how you did. If you're stuck, you can go a little bit farther and you'll see what I'm going to do. So we had 12 kindergartners, 17 first graders, 25 second graders, 28 third graders, 23 fourth graders, and 39 fifth graders. And what we need to do is we need to add those up. It's a lot of adding. So when I got to add like this, I always look for if there's ways to make 10. So I see that I have an 8 and a 2, that's 10. I have a 7 and a 3. That's also 10. Then I have a 5 and a 9 left over. That's 14. So right here I would have 34. I'm going to leave the 4 here, and I'm going to regroup my 30 over here. This is a little bit easier to add. We just got to kind of count up. 3 plus 1 is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. 5 plus 2 is 7. 7 plus 2 is 9. Plus 2 is 11. 14. I get 144 students total. And now there's one more step to this, because we have 144 students, but only 8 can go in at a time. So we want to know how many groups we would need. So it's 144 divided by 8. So, taking a look at this, we need to do 144 divided by 8. And if you think you can do it, go ahead and pause me and get going. If you're a little confused on how to start, maybe I can help you start, and then once you get going, you can try and finish it. If you're really confused, you can work through it with me. So what I do is I first look, and 8 can't go into 1, so I'm going to try and look at this 14. And I ask myself, how many 8s can go into 14 without going over? 8 times 1 is 8. 8 times 2 is 16, so I can only do 1. 8 times 1 is 8. Because it's a single number, I have to put it under what would be the 4 in the 14. Then I finish out this spot that's open is going to get a 0, so does that. And I subtract. 4 minus 0 is 4, and 14 minus 8 is 6. I'm down to 64. Hey, I know that there's something times 8 that equals 64, but if you weren't sure, you could always just do 5. Because 8 times 5 is 40, and subtract. 4 minus 0 is 4, 6 minus 4 is 2. Now I'm thinking, what times 8 is 24? And the answer to that is 3. 8 times 3 is 24. Which makes sense because this is 8. 8 times 8 is 64. So, what you should have gotten for number of groups is 18. Continuing on, we got one more problem, and then we can crack the number code. Every year, musicians from our school and other schools come together to hold the all-district winter concert. This year, 28 string players, 23 woodwind players, 5 percussionists, and 19 brass players participated. The concert always includes a special song played by only the best musicians. The top third of all the musicians in the concert. How many students participated in this special song? First step, we got to figure out how many people are there. So again, that's kind of like the last one. You need to take all the different number of people that are playing the different parts, and you need to add those up. So you can try that on your own. When you're ready, hit play. I'm going to start working on it right now, but you should try it on your own. 28. 23, 28 string, 23 woodwind, 5 percussionists, 9 brass, 1, 2, 3, 4, yep, that's all I see. Now we're going to add them up. Okay, no real good way to do this. 8 and 3 is 11, 5 and 9 is 14, so together that makes 25. I bring my 2 up here. 2, it's actually 20, 2 tens. 2, 4, 6, 7. I get 75. Okay, there's 75 total people at this concert. And it says that the top third get to participate in this special song. Well, a third means you have 3 groups. I have a top third, a middle third, and a bottom third. If you can think about it, if we took all those people and made them into a circle, 1 out of the 3 groups gets to play. So that means we got to finish this, 75, and divide by 3. If you think you know how to do that, go ahead and do that. Or maybe you even know it. Because 3 times something is 75. If not, you can start with me, see if you can get it. And then if you think you have a good idea, just continue on. If you're really confused, like I said, work through it. Now, when I look, 3 is smaller than 7, so I can just work with this 7. The reason why we do that is because it's going to get us a bigger number. It's going to help us get a bigger chunk of our division done. And what I'm thinking is, what times 3 gets me close to 7 without going over? 3, 6, 9. 3 is too many. So I have to do 2. 3 times 2 is 6. That's how I'm getting that. 3 times 2 is 6. Put a 0, put a 0. Because 3 times 20 is 60. And I subtract. 5 minus 0 is 5. 7 minus 6 is 1. Now it becomes 15 divided by 3. What times 3 is 15? 5. 3 times 5 is 15. Subtract. Your answer is 25. So now, we've solved all the problems that we need to solve to crack the code. And I'm going to help you a little bit here. You could look back and write in what you got for all of these, but they should be 12, 9, 2, 18, 1, 18, and 25. What they're telling you is that, I'm going to help you, each number, 1 equals A, 2 equals B, 3 equals C. So like, number 1 here is A, number 2 is B. A, B, C, D. So if you want to figure out the 12th one, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, you continue it. You figured out what this is. Go ahead and pause me, and then I will help you check your answer. Go ahead and crack the code. What's the 12th letter, the 9th letter, the 18th, and the 25th? Go ahead and figure it out. Hopefully you pause me and figure it out. The 12th letter of the alphabet is an L. Some of you can probably figure out what this is. The 9th, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. 18th, an R. And the 25th is a Y. So the special prize or the mystery box was in the library. Just a quick FYI, tomorrow I'm going to try and do a live Zoom math lesson with you guys. Be looking for that invitation. I'll probably try and link that even in the lesson for you. There's also going to be some rules about that. I need to be able to recognize your name, and I'll admit you. I'm not sure on what time I have to check the calendar yet, but I have to be able to recognize your name, and I'll also video it to make sure that you can check your answers as well. So if you weren't able to make it, then you'd be able to still do the lesson. But keep your eye out for that. All right, have a great day.